What is up, guys? I hope you had an excellent holiday. I had a good one, so refresh, recharged, ready to get back into the market. So I wanted to bring you a special video today, and I promised this a couple weeks ago, so now I'm finally getting around to it, where I'm going to show the top 10 cryptocurrencies, judging from my opinion only, and it's a disclaimer that I'm not a financial advisor, so, and we always have to say that. So, I'm not a financial advisor, so understand that this is my opinion. I have been in crypto since 2013. I started messing around in 2012, but mainly I got in 2013. And this is my advice. If you were to ask me which coins to get into, I've seen 3 bull runs, and this is pretty much the same thing every time. So if you're wanting to be a millionaire in 2024, 2025, you want to watch this. So let's get started. The first on my list is Bitcoin. And many people they're very keen to saying that Bitcoin will die, and you know, you hear it everywhere. Let me just show you something. If we take off the indicator at the bottom, I got into crypto when Bitcoin was like down here. All right, it just keeps going up. I don't think it's ever gonna die, though. If you look here, we do have some strange price action, but I think that we'll probably hook back up and continue up again. It is well worth it. For one, if we have a global collapse of the economy, we will for sure have a backup financial system with Bitcoin. And it's always good to keep a couple $100 or something in Bitcoin just in case something happens to where you may need that one day. I think it's a great idea to have some. I think that we are down 76% on Bitcoin. So I mean, why not hop into that? Yeah, we are eventually going to return to all-time high again one day. What I mean when I say to start buying, it's to start laddering. So if you work a job, you want to put 5%, 10%, what you make into crypto, and you want to find different things. And these 10 actual cryptocurrencies that I'm going to show you are the 10 that I suggest, and then I will actually invest in. And probably more, but this is just the 10. So I want you guys to listen up and see why I come up with these conclusions, because it's very difficult if you're just doing it off of feelings. You want to see actual proof of work inside, not proof of work, but you want to actually see if the coin is being worked on. That's a big thing. Like if it's dead, you don't want to get into it. So we're actually looking at some very top coins. There is other coins that that would be on my list, and those are the sort of YOLO coins that you 1000x off of. So we'll get into that another time. But these are my top 10, and I want you guys to just pay attention to this. So we had Bitcoin here. It's down 75%. This is a great buying opportunity to start just adding in over time. I mean, you have years. You have quite a while, 2 years. So you have plenty of time to get in Bitcoin before that next bull run starts. So grab some of it. Keep doing that. Now one thing too, I want to show you guys that GitHub, there's a way you can track the actual commits on these various different coins, and I wanted to show you that Bitcoin was actually in a very high spot on this. So most people think that Bitcoin is, wow, look at that, digital gold. I've said that about 1,000 times, that Bitcoin is going to be digital gold, and look at that, it's even called that now. How beautiful. So Bitcoin is the 7th on the highest amount of commits, and it's dropped a bit. You know, it's just the bear market. It's the way it is. And so we're gonna actually look in, and we're gonna see what's happening on Bitcoin. What are they changing? You know, is it actual real commits, or is this just bullshit? Like, are they just changing a readme? And this is something critical to look for and critical to check into. So this is the dependencies to compile Bitcoin. When I made my first cryptocurrency, I actually I had to copy Bitcoin, so you had dependencies, and it was such a pain in the ass. Smart contracts are so much easier. So we see, like a week ago, we have the build package for the Microsoft Visual, whatever the hell it was. So that's the programming. I can't remember what it was, like Visual Studio, but I don't remember what the C was. I believe that's what that is. That's a way that you can compile it on Windows, because some of them require Linux and things like that. So let's check out. We had a test, and then we had 5 days ago some YML file, whatever that is. And we should see like 2 weeks ago, just readmes. There's not much actually going on here. We had the Python version, but you know, I don't expect in the last like 3 months of them to do anything. Though 4 weeks ago we had something change here. Let's actually see what's changed in the last 2 weeks. So they just changed some URLs. I mean, that doesn't look like much. This just looks like patches and stuff. Like it's not really anything. There's no actual updates in a sense. Okay. So, but this is Bitcoin. It is the first cryptocurrency, you know, whatever. Like, I won't let the other coins get away with this, but it's Bitcoin. You know, it's always going to be here, and no, nothing is going to surpass it ever, other than a central bank digital currency. That's the only thing that will ever pass this. So keep that in your mind. My second on my list is ICP, and I heard ICP had a lot of problems with something occurring. I don't remember. I don't care. All right. What I care about is not the news when it comes to long-term investing. I care about what is being done. Is this thing dead, or is it actually being worked on? So we're going to go ahead and check this out. 2 weeks ago, looks like they changed just some versions in this file. 4 days ago, just some more configuration changes. It's kind of cool that people are working on it, you know? Yeah. So, I mean, we have clear, these are dependency changes. The dependencies are what, like when you run this blockchain, it's like what files it needs. So to put it in a real simple term, like a software needs to run on Windows, for example, like a certain software, it requires Windows 10. That's basically a dependency. Like it's dependent on running on Windows 10. If you see what I'm saying, like, I mean, I can get that's very, very basic the way I say that, but this is just, they're updating the things that it runs. They come out with updates all the time on dependencies. So it does look like they're actually updating code in this. I don't know much about coding. I know how to read it a bit, and I've been in computers my whole life, so I mean, I get it. But I see work. I see actual work on ICP, and this is why I really value this coin. And let's go ahead and jump to the charts on this to see what's going on here. And oh man, you know, if they didn't work on this, oh man, I would think you would get wrecked. But and I'm sure they artificially inflated the currency or something. Damn, it's down 99%, dude. All right, so I mean, there's got to be some sort of way to understand that this being worked on, adding it, laddering over time. We're already down so freaking much that adding money into this over time, even if it drops down more, is still a good idea. It kind of looks like it is going to drop down more. Deviation of the RSI on market cipher, so it's weak. So we can see it drop down. You know, just adding a little bit of money in each time, it builds over time over the next 2 years. This one, it will pump with the amount of money that they're actually spending and the development that's occurring. It's a great coin. You know, it has a very useful future. So it's a decentralized, like Amazon Web Service. That's a fascinating idea. So next on my list is, of course, Ethereum. So Ethereum just came out with ETH 2.0. And so back in 2018, I remember there was some currency. I did something that came out with, I don't really remember. They came out, but it didn't do anything. And nobody bought, and everyone was like, well, this sucks. It's not going to do shit. But it actually blew up because of that later. So it's not going to blow up right now because it's bear market, but it is time to gather a little bit of money in it. We have like fractionalized real estate. We have digital real estate coming into Ethereum. So it's good to hold on a little bit, just like Bitcoin. You want to have some of that. So we checked the price on Bitcoin. I mean, Ethereum, it is doing the same shit. It's doing the same shit as Bitcoin. We had, you know, a clear, like way more better looking price changes. I mean, price action than Bitcoin. Looks way better. So we actually could be forming, and it's very hairy. I think eventually we're kind of forming a bottom in this area here, even if it goes down into the 500s or so. So it's good to just start adding in, and just slowly, you don't want to throw the whole bag in there. Slowly just add. I mean, you have 2 years, you have 3 years, just add slowly. And so the next one that I want to touch on is XRP. Though XRP has been sideways for literally 5 years, I do want to express that the lawsuit that they have is very odd. Seems kind of strange. We had the CBDC that came out at the right after Thanksgiving, and nobody noticed. What XRP wants to do is they want to bridge the gaps between these central banks. So they want to actually be the intermediary for the central bank digital currency between these different countries. So it's, I mean, you know, what a fascinating idea. They've been sideways for 5 years though. So that's kind of scary. They have that lawsuit pending, but a lot of people believe that I don't know why my camera keeps jumping. A lot of people believe that that lawsuit is BS and it's just kind of holding everything back. So, I mean, I personally have XRP. So I do recommend picking some up for the next bull run. Next thing I want to touch on is Cardano. So Cardano, I don't really know much about it. All right. I mean, I've heard a lot about it. I just don't remember. Proof of stake blockchain performs our platform that says its goal is to allow change makers, innovators, visionaries to bring about a positive global. I mean, this is just kind of an emotion coin. I could see it being something. It was so popular this time around. You remember Tron? So Tron was really popular in 2018, and then it still pumped when 2021 came out. So it's something to look into. Though it doesn't seem like it really has that cool of a use case. I'm sure it does, and I'm gonna get hate for it, but you know, whatever. All right, so Atom is another coin that I have no idea it does, but it is being worked on, and that was another thing with Cardano, and I'm sorry for leaving that out. Cardano is actually worked on. So that was what was fascinating with it. I don't remember where it was, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so Atom was the next coin that I wanted to check out. Cosmos. All right, so we're gonna check their GitHub out. Let me check what Atom does, just so I can see and get an idea if it's retarded or not. In a nutshell, Cosmos bills itself as a project that solves some of the hardest problems facing the blockchain industry. It aims to offer an antidote to slow, expensive, unscalable, environmentally harmful proof-of-work protocols like those used by Bitcoin by offering an ecosystem of connected blockchains. Less complex, whatever, blah, blah. Okay, well, that's cool. The inter-blockchain communication protocol. The other stuff is bloat, and no one smart ever is going to give a shit about the environmentally friendly thing. Like nobody, honestly, anyone with money doesn't give a shit about any of that. That's just all buzzwords to make you feel like people care. So you need to make sure that, you know, you don't fall into that environmentally friendly thing. And like, yes, sometimes the government will pump money into that because they want to go green in a sense, but it's all buzzwords just to mess with your head. So don't focus on that. You want to focus on the fact that inter-blockchain communication protocol, it makes it easier for blockchain networks to communicate with each other. That's pretty cool. Oh, they're dated back to 2014. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I could see this being something. I could see this pumping whenever my phone's like right in the way of my tabs. But I could see this pumping when and it came out pre-bull market as well. So that's fantastic. It came out before the bull market. What a great coin. You know, price action's pretty stable. It doesn't have like retarded dumping. Though it has some manipulation flags, but that's okay. That's just probably regular investors selling. For weekly, actually looks kind of good, but I mean, I wouldn't count on it. And don't trade this because I said that. Lots of deviation in the RSI, so it's very weak. Could come down more. It probably will come down more. So the next one I wanted to touch on was something that I really liked, and it was just as cool as ICP, and it got shit on. Just say that. So I mean, this thing from all-time high is down 93%. Damn. Let's find storage. Sol is number 3. Wow. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Let's see what they're doing. 2 weeks ago, a .github file was updated. So what? All right. So they are actively working on this. There is code being added in. Things changing. You know, do not invest in a coin that's not actively working on their project. I mean, they're changing things constantly. That's pretty good. So yeah, these are already through 10. Wow. Anyways, these are the top 10 coins that I recommend. Remember, take it slow, invest slowly. You're going to lose on it for a while, and just keep it in for years. You know, your goal is to turn 10 grand into $1 million. So you just need to take it easy and don't rush it. You know, if one coin pumps, they're not all going to pump. Okay. You got to look for specifically the economy to turn around in a sense, and for Bitcoin to start running again. So I mean, you'll see that. Wait for the next basically halving on Bitcoin. Usually after the halving, we start to see a bull run occur. So just hang in there, add in slowly, and it'll be well worth it. That being said, if you liked this video a lot, please like it. Check out my YouTube channel. I have a bunch of content on my YouTube channel, done a lot of videos on here. I really hope you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel and check it out at least. That being said, I appreciate y'all. Have a good one.